Okay, Fisheye Frenzy. Let's have YouTube's most comprehensive examination of all the NIKKOR fisheyes. Actually, there's one really rare one that you will never freaking see that I'm not including here. It's an F4. But who gives a damn? You'll never see one for sale. Oh, I've had too much caffeine today. Let's see if I got this framed perfectly. Oh, well, yes, I do. Let's scoot these over. Let's take a first look at the... Now, this is the cheapest one. I'm going to show you a little secret here that most morons don't know about and you'll never read about in a photography magazine, because photography magazines are crap. They're designed to sell stuff, not give you helpful information. Go figure that one. And anything other than a D3 or a Nikon D700, which in DX crop mode would make this like a 4 megapixel plus image, you should actually consider purchasing the DX Fisheye, because no fisheyes render extremely sharp images, although the 3.5 and the 2.8 D-series autofocus come pretty close. The point being is that you're not buying a fisheye for these incredibly sharp images. I mean, they're not meant to be cropped, okay? Yeah, if you don't get it when you're shooting it, you crop a fisheye shot very little. I mean, if you don't, then you're an idiot. Then what the hell are you buying a fisheye for? Consider for your Nikon D800, D750, D600 series, or any 24 megapixel camera and above, consider getting the 10.5 millimeter fisheye, because on your Nikon D750 in DX crop mode, this is a wonderful, valid fisheye. And the reason why you should consider getting this one is because it's so much cheaper than these other lenses over here. So much cheaper. So this is a 10.5 millimeter DX fisheye. Still made in Japan. Still exquisite quality. It's got a little bit of plastic on it, but who gives a damn? You're not using it as a hammer, right? You usually grab these for about $400. So much cheaper than a full frame fisheye. So much cheaper. Okay, so stay away from this if you got a Nikon D700 or a D3 or an older 12 megapixel camera. The reason being is that in DX crop mode, the megapixel count is too low. So, there you go. Save yourself money. My next lens is kind of rare, but it's also extremely sharp. However, rendition is not extremely high, but it is damn sharp. It's got very good IQ. It's rather rare. It has 4 built-in filters. It's got the R60 red, and it's got the orange 56 and yellow 48 and the N for neutral. So it actually has 4 built-in filters. This is the old 16mm fisheye f3.5. Now, there are more than a few of these out there, but it's somewhat rare. But it's an old, awesome manual focus fisheye lens. And this is the lens cap Nikon doesn't make anymore. It's made out of metal, okay? This doesn't fall off. All the other Nikon fisheye lens caps, which aren't really caps, they fall off if you just give them a little shake. So this one's awesome, even though it's old and scuffed up. The lens isn't scuffed up, however. Exquisite lens. If you can find a Nikon, usually you'll find these like at a pawn shop or something. Oh, that old turd who wants that crap. I'm going to price it at $40. But if you can find one of these cheap and it doesn't have a haze, mold, or fungus, and the front element is good, buy it. It's an awesome lens, okay? It's the f3.5 NIKKOR 16mm fisheye. 8 elements in 5 groups, excuse me. Here's the one that comes after that. I think it was introduced in 1978, I believe. And that's the AIS 16mm manual focus fisheye. Exquisite lens. The only issue with this is finding a good copy that hasn't been treated rough like a dog is just nearly impossible. And another thing that's an issue is if these are not stored properly, like mine has an issue, so I can't really shoot this one at bright light because I'll have hideous issues. I could have it set off, but underneath here it actually has balsam separation. In normal indoor flash photography or normal outdoor scenes, this lens is fine, but if I ever have a sun or strong light coming in on this fisheye, which of course is very easy to get strong light coming in on a fisheye because the front element is a fisheye, then I have haze issues on this one. So it's actually hard to find a good copy of one of these. Most of them are ragged out. This one looks 100% beautiful on the outside, but it has balsam separation. Balsam is the lens element glue that's used to glue some doublets, some lenses, some lens elements together. So that's something to be careful about. But you also can't find these cheap. Typically you find them for about $450, something like that. Buy it off a reputable dealer that knows what the hell they're doing. Make sure it doesn't have balsam separation. It doesn't have haze, mold, or fungus. And let's go on to the last one that I showed you in the last review. That is the current production. Now Nikon recently raised the price on this lens to $1,000, but you can still be had for about $550 to $600 and a quarter, $650, depends on the condition of it. It's an autofocus. They don't really need autofocus in a lens like this because the throw on it is incredibly short. What's the throw? The throw is from infinity to minimum. Minimum on this is a hair over 9 inches. It's like 9.8 inches or something like that. So you can see how short the throw on this is. I mean, let's take a look at this. Okay, here we have 5 feet and here we have infinity. 5 feet, infinity. So, you know, as far as focusing this lens, you could actually spin it like a roulette wheel, and wherever you land, you're about 99% guaranteed for everything to be in focus. So the actual necessity of having an autofocus fisheye is about as useful as having a driver's license and owning a tricycle. Pretty redundant. You don't need autofocus. However, it is handy. But is it $1,000 handy? My answer is no. But let's talk about construction. This does have better rendition and has better color saturation than the rest of these Nikkors. Now the 3.5 is incredibly damn sharp, and it's incredibly damn cheap, but they're also rather rare and kind of hard to find. This would be the next lens to recommend. First recommendation, of course, would be if you have a Nikon D750, D7100, you know, D800 series, D600 to get a DX fisheye and use it in DX crop mode, the 10.5mm NIKKOR fisheye. But if you want to go balls out, as the saying goes, and you want the absolute best, and of course you don't really need, I don't care if you got eyesight issues, autofocusing is not really needed on a fisheye. This lens is awesome. It is overall the best Nikkor lens fisheye, but it is not cheap. $1,000 new, $600 roughly used, minty shape. Still a current production lens, all metal and glass, exquisite, still made today, and made in Japan, no less. So awesome buy. So that is the Fisheye Frenzy rundown. Now you have just seen, if not repetitive, at least in the most comprehensive review of all Nikkor fisheyes on YouTube. If you like this video and drop me a buck or two, go tell me to jump off a cliff, whatever makes you most happy. Another video for Nikon Photography. Thank you very much. Catch you later. Adios. Goodbye.